our witness, we should be model citizens insofar as that goes in our society. People should not be able to look at us and say, you call yourself a Christian and you act like that? Is that who you are? Is that what you do? Because we are representing Jesus Christ, not ourselves. And that's the idea here. I think the thrust behind what Paul is saying is this, that our witness to Christ and for the gospel is more important than our rights. Okay? At times, they just are. We're so worried about being treated fairly and being treated right and just in that way. We're going to fight for that all the time. Just sometimes we have to put that aside as we're witnesses for Christ. Sometimes the gospel is more important than us obtaining our rights. We're going to look a little bit more at that. We'll go back to 1 Peter in just a little bit. Because in our obedience to the Lord, especially in unfair situations, it speaks very powerfully to the nature of Christ and to who we are in Christ. Now listen, it doesn't mean if we're treated unfairly that we can't pursue justice by the means available by the law. You know, if you get a traffic ticket and you know you're right, you have the right to go in and fight it, and contest it. That's fine. That's okay. That's not what he's talking about here. We're allowed to do that in our society. We can take advantage of that. But even then, we do so with all reverence and we do so with all respect. Okay? And the decision then is the decision. We are not to be anarchists. We're not to be insurrectionists as Christians. We give all honor and respect to those in authority, that which their office demands, as it's given by God. Because it's only by God that they have that office. It's only by God that they have that place. Daniel says this. He speaks to this in Daniel chapter 2. Daniel answered and said, "Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, to whom belong wisdom and might. He changes times and seasons. He's sovereign, Almighty God. He removes kings and sets up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding." See, that is why we honor and we respect the office and the authority, because it's God ordained. We do it for His sake. Understand? That's hard to do, especially when times are difficult and we're under oppressive regimes or in difficult times. But that's exactly what Paul's saying. That's exactly what Peter says to the Christians who are in a much more difficult situation than we're in for sure right now. So we live in that way. So we honor the office and the authorities around us as Christians. Never let it be said of us that we're different or dishonoring in that way.